city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life.
Welcome back into Riverview Farm. We've got some snow. So, pushed on through, got the jobs done that we need to get done. Moved in December, thought, I know, I'll just make some easy money. We'll do, there was a couple of cultivating contracts with this massive bit of machinery, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that on. Problem with taking on massive machinery on this map is getting the machinery into the fields. It proved a little tricky at times, but got there in the end, so just this one to do and then we'll be good. So bank balance is looking good. Few things to address. First of all, I'm so sorry about the quality in terms of the image and maybe the quality of my recordings, but certainly the image in the last video that I put out, it's not what I would expect, and it was just one of those things that bit of a perfect storm, and I didn't really clock how bad it was until it was kind of too late. The reason for it, and for those of you that kind of follow on with the kind of the Ko-fi stuff, or see the posts and things like that, then you'll know. But for those of you that are new to the channel and watch the last episode and hopefully have found it in your hearts to carry on watching, I changed the PlayStation settings back to HDR, so I'm a PlayStation player, not a console player. Put it onto HDR. On my gaming monitor, the picture is so good. The difference it makes to and the enjoyment that it gives me playing it in that sort of level of quality is worth trying to battle through the issues I then get in turn with the recordings. So what I thought was the issue with OBS and the recording software I use, it sort of is, but what was weird is I got the screen on OBS that I can see now that looks near identical, maybe a bit more washed out, but certainly good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, it looked alright. So that, to me, is what I then should get on the save file when it comes through. But for whatever reason, what I get in the save file is just loads darker. And it's blown my mind. It really, really has blown my mind. And I didn't sort of test it when I then did all the kind of CapCut editing and stuff. I didn't kind of play it through properly. I just did the editing quick, put the episode together as I normally would, and thought it was okay. Posted it, happy days, and then was like, when I came to like the actual typing it up on YouTube, and it had to go out that day because I was rushing, I just had no choice but to put it out as it was. So I am really, really sorry. Now I'm hoping that I fixed the issue, because I've got filters on OBS, and then when I go into CapCut and it's dark again, although not as dark, I can then put another set of filters on basically on the full edit that I do on CapCut. Where do I want to go? I want to go onto that line. I've just done the outside without realising it's sort of inner headland. No, get off that line, mate. Come on, mids. Wiki. Yeah, and then I'll run another, when I do the editing process in CapCut, I'll run another essentially bunch of filters through it to bring that brightness out again. It certainly, you know, it affects the quality of the video. There's no two ways about that. But I just don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to get around this. And I know Mr. CLP was having issues with it ages ago, and I don't know how he's fixed it, but it's going to be quite, I think it's going to be quite unique to each person, because as well then you've got to take into account, well, what monitors are you using. My editing monitor isn't as good as my gaming monitor, so the quality of the picture isn't as good. The settings on each monitor are going to be different. So if I got the brightness set on the, do you know what I mean? It's such a, like a rabbit hole, and because this isn't, you know, anywhere near the sort of like my full-time job, I don't have the time to put into spending hours and hours and hours testing and messing about with settings, because I work full time and I've got a very busy family life as well. So yeah, really sorry, I'm gutted, because it, you know, it must suck to watch something like that, especially if your settings then on your TVs, monitors, phones, whatever it might be, are quite dark. I mean, it would be nigh on impossible to watch, and I know a few people have said that. It's like essentially just watching a black screen, and I can see that, and I'm gutted, so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. In happier news, massive thanks, and I don't know how I'm going to kind of balance this out, but I think what we'll end up doing is, where do I want to end up? Probably over there. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I'm not taking this anywhere back, so let's just... God, I'm having a bad day here, aren't I? Blimey. Yeah, so massive thanks to all of you who've been supporting the channel, commenting. A special thanks to everyone who's been onto Ko-fi and supported the channel financially. Your kindness and support has absolutely blown my mind. I never expected anything of that sort of level or sort already, so... Thank you. It honestly, it's so humbling and at the same time mind-blowing. So thank you. It means so much to me, and it reminds me that, you know, why I'm doing this and the importance of trying to reach the people that I'm trying to reach that were like me some time ago, and just need something to, you know, when their lives are getting on top of them, that just take them away from it, you know, just whilst you're doing the dishes, whilst you're doing the housework, whilst you're sat there just, you know, exhausted from it all, you just chuck something on and it just takes you down this kind of little, I don't know, not rabbit hole, but do you know what I mean, just like into a space that just calms you. So I hope that, you know, we got best part of 13, I think we're 1365 subscribers, which I'm going to come on to in a minute. You know, I'm sure there are some of you like that out there that are listening to this now, and I hope that this sort of stuff helps you, because I know when I first started watching farming simulator stuff on YouTube, that's exactly what it did for me. It really helped me just zone out and, you know, forget the kind of stresses of the day. So I hope I'm doing the same for some of you out there. Right, subscribers. Really interesting going on at the moment, because I have these little peaks and troughs, but they're really small. And I don't know what we're going to do about that. And there's a part of me that wants to, like, right, okay, you know, push the boundaries, do all the stuff that, like, YouTube talks about in, like, catchy titles and, you know, fancy thumbnails and stuff, but maybe it's a risky game to play, but I don't think I'm going to do it, and I'm kind of interested to see what any of you think about that. And just stick with what I am. Just stick with what we're doing and just let it sort of be natural, and what will be, will be. And if, you know, and if in a couple of years' time the channel's, you know, just kind of still where it is and hasn't really kind of moved on through its own merits, like the quality of the stuff that I'm putting out hasn't caused it to take that leap, then that's maybe when we need to look at it in like 12 months time. But I think for now I'm just going to be who I am, and this is what it is. I can't do much more in the sense of content creation because I don't have the time. So I think 2 Let's Plays a week and the roleplay, considering the roleplay now that's going to come out this weekend, right? It took me 2.5 hours to film, maybe slightly more, because of the sort of cutscenes as well. So the actual talking and then playing the game sort of thing, yeah, somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours of footage. And that will end up with about 40 something minutes probably of viewing time for you. The hours then that go into the editing because of the voiceovers and editing all that out, it's huge, and I love it. I actually really enjoy it, and I do wish it was my full-time job because I just get so much pleasure from it. Rob, the character Rob, I've got a bit of an issue with his voice at the moment, so I'm trying something in this new episode where I've changed his voice, and I'm using the CapCut software to edit his voice, whereas normally I would use 11 Labs, but my credits have run out on 11 Labs, and I've got about 5 days before they refresh. I can't really justify jumping up another tier because it's just too much a month for me at the moment. So yeah, bit of a drama developing, and I'm away now for a couple of days, so when my credits do refresh, I haven't got the time to come and do the editing and make that right, which is frustrating. There we are. So 10, 15, and another 15. So beautiful. Let's collect that, collect that, collect that. Look at that. 172 grand in the bank. Beautiful. Right. There is very little else to do. The chickens, just to give you an update on everything. So let's go through the animals. Animals are looking pretty good. Plenty of food for the time being. They're still on their lower end of the food scale when you're giving them grass because they're only a few months old, so there's no point worrying about them, and the mummies aren't going to produce enough that it's worth doing the TMR for, so no dramas there. Sheep barn, all good. Plenty of grass, 70,000 litres of the stuff, in fact. I mean, that's a huge capacity in it on that base game shed. That's unbelievable. They are producing wool, but it doesn't show, which is a bit strange. Also, why didn't it let me jump into... maybe I'm just being a bit weird. I thought you could just click visit, but clearly not. Yeah, it says they're wool 0, but actually I'm sure they've been producing wool, have they? That's the visit. Over here. Hello, guys. Hello. Yes, I know. Hey, nice to see you too. Yeah, look at it, loads of it. And then the goats are producing their milk as well. So 2 pallets of goat's milk, bunch of wool, happy days. Out of interest, let's have a look. Straight up goat's milk. Oh, next month, 5,000 per pallet. 5,004 per pallet. Nice, okay. There you're going to let me go all the way down. There we go. Wool May. Yeah, weird, but yeah, okay. 2,100 per pallet. So I'm quite tempted. Yes, that's what. Now then, offline, I tried to do this and it didn't go very well. So I was like, right, I'm going to put a smaller shed in. This is a massive waste of space and it'll give us room for like doing some like productions and things here. Did it all, put a new shed in, and I couldn't get the row to fit underneath it. So I was like, oh, okay, let's luckily I'd saved it before, not resaved it, so came back out. But yeah, I want to get rid of that. I definitely want to get rid of that and then put a new shed in. Do you know what? We may as well just do it. And because what I'm thinking, right, is production wise, we're still not justifying buying any of the big ones. And I'm going to come on to Mike. I'm going to come on to what you said in a minute. And yeah, I'm gonna have to custard pie myself in the face. But what I'd like to do is maybe put, where is it? The tailor shop in. No, not the tailor shop. Where's the I thought there was a small production right now. Start at the bottom, work your way up, mate. Right, these are all modded ones. Mod. Right, 36. That's the Palani Dairy, which is also bizarre because it can do things, but it can barely store anything when you put it in there. It's quite annoying. Biogas plants, don't need them. Lime, ice cream, hay, ventilation, firms, tailor shop, takes cotton stuff, manure production point, sugar, spinnery. Yes, so that's what I was thinking about putting in. It's putting that in and then putting that in and just letting those two run. So could do that in theory. We've obviously got plenty of flour ticking over on there. To go into the bakery to make our cake, for some reason, I got myself all in a tiz and very confused. And Mike rightly pointed out how much of a moron I am. So, I was getting really bent out of shape. You need dough. I was like, I'm going to need dough. I'm going to have to get the dough. How do I get the dough? And then you look at dough and it's like yeast. I'm like, how do you get yeast? You can't buy yeast anyway. You're going to have to take it from sugar. You can't use the base game productions because it needs to be the sugar mill on the game. So, and I was like having a big old huff and puff about it. You don't need dough to make a cake, you idiot. It's just flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, strawberries. Easy. So yeah, stupid me. However, I really want to make bread on this map. I like the fact you got to do dough. So I'm going to do that. This is going to be a cake and bread challenge for me. That's how I'm going to kind of do it. And once we're making a bunch of them, then happy days, I'll feel like I can walk away from this map, which I am going to once a decent replacement map comes out. Now, if it's so decent that it needs to be a roleplay map and we need to find a way of coming away from Riverbend, then so be it, we'll do that. But yeah, that's the sort of plan, because as much as I love this map, I don't know, I've probably set it up too easy for ourselves, and the darkness issue is definitely an issue on this map compared to others, because I'm sure someone commented the other day, and I can't remember who it was that said it, I'm sorry, that pointed out that they'd seen something with Cavalier Roy, that it was a feature of the map, that it's much darker at certain times of the day, which is, it's just fascinating, isn't it? And that's great, but it sucks for me on PlayStation recording this stuff, because it's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. I could just about get away with it on Riverbend, but oh man. Anyway, look at all these cool things we could be making. Flour, eggs, canola oil, soy mix. So I'd love to, just try and make as many of these as I can before we come away from it. I mean, that's so cool. It's just so cool, these things that you can make in this bakery. So yes, but I definitely want to do that, which means I am going to do sugar crop at some point, now whether that's sugar cane or when you look at, where is it? Sugar mill. I'll probably go with sugar beet, because you've got a couple of, you can do the cut or the sugar beet, and I'm tempted to go with the cut by the looks of that, I think, but then you do get so many more cycles with just the beet. I don't know. Because you still get sugar, but not as much. Two yeast, two sugars. Oh man, I don't know. And sugarcane just gives you 1 and 1. So I don't. Let me know your thoughts. Which of those we should be focusing on? I never really understand, and this is where you guys can help me understand it. I never really understand the production cycles and stuff, like which of those 3 is the best and why is it the best. Help me understand, and I'm sure there are other people watching this channel will be in exactly the same position as me. So right, okay, and then so we've gone right down the rabbit hole. It's a lot of chat this episode, I hate to say it, because this is now where I get to do that, because we can't do it on Riverbend, but I'll try and multitask, which I'm not very good at. Chickens, I got rid of loads of the adults basically, so now we're just back down to 500 little chicks, because we're going to run out of food. They've only got 5,000 litres, so it's kind of pointless. Even they'll smash their way through that in no time at all. So until we've got the grains from our wheat field and what will eventually be another field, which is grass at the moment. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. And then what I'd like to do is buy some extra fields, and I'm tempted now that we've got the money to go with that, but there's no real point. We may as well wait until, because we can't plant anything for ages. January, February you can put cotton in, which we're not going to do. Sugar beet and sugar cane can go in March, so maybe we could buy it in February, if I remember rightly. So yeah, not much else to do really on December and January. I think we can just skip along. I'm not going to do any more contracts. I know there's some way. I mean, that would take just days. Awful. Could do wood transport, but the way when they nerfed it, it just sucks because like 29 trees for 7,000. That's a lot of effort. So, right, back to our home farm. I need to build a house, really, don't I? But we're not roleplay, so it's not the end of the world because at the moment I'm living out of a bag behind a shed, like a hobo. I need to sell some of these again. Tell you what, let's just very quickly use you and make sure that's topped up enough. Hook that up. In you go. Wood chips. We're running out of them, and then that'll be the end of it, really, for us in terms of wood production, because I want to come away from that on this map. Yep, that's not many. So when we sleep now overnight, that will basically run out. And then we can get rid of that production then, which is a massive money earner for us, but yeah, not necessarily what we need. Right, let's just jump into 9 AM tomorrow. So happy days. For those of you looking to support the channel, subscriptions and memberships and things like that, I harp on about this quite a lot, but I finally come to a bit of a decision. So subscriptions, where's my phone? I'm going to stop running around. I'm going to focus on this for a minute because it's really important. And if you're here, I should have really opened with this because that's the chance I've got to talk to people. But it's really interesting going through the analytics of things. Where are we? Let's have a little look here. So, like, it just seems to be that I've got, like, 5,000 views, for example, in a particular period, a very short period of time. Returning viewers, like 800, overall views 5,000. In terms of subs, like, it's massive difference. It's like so many of you that are watching and returning, but you're not subscribers. And I get it. I get, like, because I've been there, I've watched things and I don't pay any attention and I don't click the subscriber button, I don't click the bell and all that sort of malarkey because I just go, well, whatever, I'll find your channel. Please, 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 if you are a returning viewer and you like what, you know, you see and you hear, please hit that subscriber button because it does so much for the channel, and I can't explain how important that is. And I didn't get it before I was a content creator. I just didn't get it. I just thought it was the same old thing, people trying to get money. To an extent, it kind of is, isn't it, in a weird way? But the more you do it, the more it puts the channel out there, the more them subscribers we get, the more revenue is generated, the more justification I can do towards then putting more time and effort into this. And the better the channel will be. And it's as simple as that. The more people that are here, the better it will be, because we'll have more people being members who will then influence the way the channel grows. And if they're members, then it's important that they get a say in how the channel grows, which leads me nicely onto memberships. Very, very close to launching that now. And I know we're still a small channel. So small, in fact, that G-Portal won't consider even like being a partner of the channel and stuff because we're too small. Even though we've got nearly 1,400 people, and I'm getting about 30,000 views a month, they need 125,000 in 28 days, I think. So we're a long way off that. And because I'm toying with the whole like online multiplayer option, and maybe we do a bit of a sort of online offline like I've done with the Palani challenge. I have a few of you who would be keen to do that, and maybe if we get a map that's suitable where we could have like 4 or 5 different farms all running at the same time, I thought that might be a bit of fun. The issue I've got with doing it online is I live in an area where my broadband is toilet. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, but I am keen to go that way, and I'm definitely keen. Why am I running over here? I want to go over there. I am definitely keen to do a live stream at some point. It's just, again, getting that, A, understanding it, because I'm very, very new to all this, and B, I am concerned about how my internet would hold up. So I'll probably have to wait for all the family to go out, turn off everything that needs an internet. like hooking onto the internet and hope that I can get enough. But yeah, that's where we're going with it. Ko-fi at the moment, if you want to support the channel, it's kind of £5 for the donation, and for those of you that paid, it's incredible. I'm so grateful. I'm going to reduce that, and I'm probably going to reduce it to £1, and then you can choose how many pounds that you want to give, isn't it? And it's nice and easy, because some of you might say, oh, I could afford £8, but if I'm only doing multiples of 5, that's not going to work. So and likewise, some of you might say 5 is too much, but I would give 3, so you can put £3 in, can't you? And things like that. So I'm going to change that to £1. Memberships, it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Mike, old school Mike 53, has been amazing. That guy, I can't thank him enough. Yeah, just incredible. Working really closely with me to help me get things sort of set up in my mind and how we're going to do things. We will be looking. I had a moment then. I just had to look over the top of the mic. I thought I'd muted the mic, which would have been tragic after 25 minutes. Yeah, massive amounts of help in terms of the Discord. So we're just kind of working through how it's going to look. Keep it relatively simple. I haven't spoken to Mike about this yet, but it's going to be members only. Membership for the Discord only will be it'll only be £2 a month, and that'll get you in. But I think that then tries to protect the channel a little bit, and if you want to be here, it just puts off the basic sort of negativity and trolls. And even though we still haven't had any of that yet on this channel, but maybe it's because it's quite small. So yeah, it'll be £2 a month to join the Discord. There will then be a tier system. Now how that looks, we're still working on that, and how much that will be. I'm thinking £5 for the next level, and then there'll be like a £20 one for you absolute legends who really want to be a massive part of this. But what's really important to me is how do I give back, not just to you guys who are on the memberships, but the overall community. And I'm kind of tying with like charity things and giveaways, and like how do I maybe give products linked to the channel, and you know, there's all sorts going on in the background just for you all to be aware. So right, you're here for a let's play, and I'm just harping on, but I don't get the chance to do it now on Riverbend, so I've got to take my chance when I can. Where are we? So we are in January. There is probably very little to do. How are the animals? Chickens, yeah, see, they're absolutely doing nothing there, which is great. And we've still got 3,200 litres. Lovely. You guys keep ticking away. Happy days. What do you guys need? You guys have still got plenty of grass, so I'd argue you're okay. And we know you're going to be all right because unbelievable amounts of grass. So, good. No dramas. Anything to sell? I don't think there is. I wish some of the mods on PC that show you like put things in order as to their month, so you're looking at it in terms of, rather than alphabetical, it's showing you them in what sells now, which is really, and it just makes it easy then, because the top things on your list, if you've got any of them, it's going to be there for you, isn't it? Like corn would be, you know, potentially top of the list, or barley, whatever. Canola wouldn't be up there because it's not as high. But I don't think there's any. Oh, there is. We could sell. Oh, should we sell the oats? How is the production going up there? So, oops, what's going on here? You need some. No, we can't sell our oats. But that does show us what we need to do. We need to. Why am I? Yes, I want you. We need to take our trailer full of oats, come on, through the snow, up to our flour crusher. No, not flour crusher, whatever it's called. And get that loaded up. No, missed it. Come on. Do you know what I'm not used to? I'm not used to already not being in this first person, because I did so much of it for Riverbend and the roleplay series. Yeah, I'm really out of practice being in this in the third person. Come on then, you can have it all. Me as well. May as well, because we are going to need a lot of flour with the plans that I have. Oh, come on through the snow, boy. Let's go. Power. Give it a little wriggle. Help it go. Do you know what? It's funny in this game, and I've talked about this quite a bit. I'm going to go in first for this because it's just easier with how narrow the roads. Oh, I've also turned traffic off at the moment because it was literally impossible to get things through the roads with traffic on that massive machinery. So we need to turn that back on and just save the game just in case. Good. It's really interesting, isn't it? So. And I wonder if this is all linked, right? So the channel has slowed down massively. The views have dropped, have plummeted on the episodes. And what's interesting is if you put out things like how-to or mod reviews or map reviews or tips and tricks and things like that, you get a much wider audience, don't you? So you get massive hits on those, but then you don't get any kind of core channel members, I don't feel. You know, you get a lot of kind of click-throughs and sort of fast kind of like not much retention, whereas the roleplay series doesn't get much in the way of views, a couple of hundred at the moment, but the people who watch that generally watch it all the way through, and it's a much higher average viewing amount. This series really struggle. Now, it's hard to tell because of the lighting, and I'll probably need to wait a couple of episodes to see if it can pick back up a bit. But yeah, it's really struggling, this Let's Play series. So that's why I'm kind of of the mindset that if in a couple of episodes' time it's still not working, then we need to find something different. The problem is, what do we do? Because there's not much out there, and this game still has so many little niggly issues, doesn't it? And people are really, really upset at the moment. I know DJ Goham has been in touch with Giants because obviously he is a huge influence on this game and everything to do with it, and has said to Giants, you know, you just need to come out and make a statement. You have to come out and do something because people are really upset. And at the moment, I don't think there has been a statement. So today is Monday, the 24th of March. And I think their response to him was, at the moment, there is no response from Giants. It's just like, and I know Scruff spoke about it a lot, and it's really interesting seeing, you know, a guy who's so passionate about the game and the kind of the way he plays it, and he hit the nail on the head. It's like, this game is beautiful. It's really, really, really good. But it just feels like all that's happened is Giants have put all their eggs into making it look good and not much kind of into anything else, because there's so many little niggles and bugs, and then people take then their own sort of swipe at them because you say, oh well, they're doing the VR stuff, they're spreading themselves too thin, they've lost their core, you know, this what this game is meant to be, yada yada yada. Like, you know, the fact that we are still several weeks into, like, the PlayStation players, and I'm not sure about Xbox if that's happened to them as well. I know it happened originally, but for PlayStation on Oakbridge or Calmsden, whichever you want to call it, the fact that we lost the roads and things still don't work properly on there, I mean, it's outrageous. It is outrageous, because you just think, you know, why aren't you making quick fixes? Why haven't we had 6.01 or 6.02 or 6.03 just kind of hitting? Modders saying, you know, they've had my mods for months, and I'm still waiting for it to come through, and you're like, how is that happening? I don't know, it's difficult, isn't it? And I wonder if, like, people have gotten too fed up with the game, and that then links into, you know, my, like, viewing numbers going down. What I should maybe do is have a look at, like, the big hitters, so like Scroft or Dagwin or DJ, and just see if their views, I mean, it naturally will, because when the game comes out, there's a lot of hype, and you're going to have that sort of drop off, I guess. But at the same time, the stuff that I do with Oakbridge and Calmsden, whichever you want to call it, got loads more views than this Let's Play. And that's what made it hard coming away from there, really. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I just don't know what to do for the best, really, at the moment. I really don't. Right, let's move you guys out of the way. Just to make sure we don't have any issues with production overfilling. I was going to say, but I'm putting it in the wrong way, aren't I? That's why. So what's going on here? The pallet's bugged. No, just me. Just my head that's bugged. Right, in you go by there, bud. Nice. That's a lot of flour for us to sell or use. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do something about this, but I'll do that offline. And play about with that and make it work. And this can be a little bit of a production area for us, because when I made the farm for this map, I didn't really give myself much room in the terms of like expansion. Didn't really think it through at the time. Obviously just kind of knocked something together just to see what I could do, and I was pretty happy with it, but yeah, didn't think about expanding out. And then the cost of the fields and everything around us is so much, and I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket, as it were, on a big field for something that's, you know, productions then take up a small amount of space. So we'll try and use that space up there a bit more efficiently and effectively. But I think I will run this back and we will jump forward another month. So I'll see you February tomorrow morning. Okay, February, morning of. The only thing I did yesterday then, or January, which was in addition, was I sold a load of the other woods. So that gave us that's why the bank balance is up to 192. Tried to get just another set of anything out of this, but it just didn't happen. So there we are. I think, even though I'm so close to getting in there, but by the time we bother doing it for the sake of a couple of grand, it just is not worth it. So what I am going to do, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. It's pointless. It's so annoying. Now, I put it there because it was a nice thing. It's a nice building. But when I made this map ages ago, or this little farm ages ago, there wasn't much in the way of choice for garage with workshops and stuff. And the fact that I can't store anything in this, it's just taking up space. It's annoying me. So I want a workshop on the farm that I can repair the vehicles, but I also want there to be a storage. So I'm going to get rid of that. Going to get rid of that. Going to get rid of the shelter over by the sheep as well. I'm quite tempted to get rid of a few things, really. But what I might do is do that in the next episode, because I've spent ages waffling on at you guys, and all I've done is a little bit of cultivating and faffing about. So I'm not saying that because I love Scroft. I've said faffing about before I even knew Scroft was, so I'm not stealing it. The other thing we need, which I'd forgotten about really, was straw. And I brought some straw over here, and I'd forgotten that you can't actually just drop the straw bales and they become then straw cut. So what we need to go and buy is this thing, the Tomahawk 6200, because it's a wicked bit of kit. It only needs 60 horsepower, great bale shredder, just easier, cheaper than those things. Yeah, so gonna go and grab that from the shops. We'll spend a bit of money. Let's just check as well. Has anything gone into this field yet, or is it still? So it's got 100% fertilized, and that's it. So maybe we buy that field and the Tomahawk, and then we're good, and we could plant another crop, couldn't we? Does it need any other work? Let's have a quick look. Doesn't need ploughing, doesn't need lime. And it's nice then, it fits in. If we can like aim to take over this little corner, then that would be good. Come on then. Let's have you. Right, let's take the big one up to the shop. So right, I'll nip up there now and go and grab that straw crusher, shredder, sprayer, blower, I don't know what you call it. Bring that back to the farm. I'll see you in a sec. Right then, let's get this back to the farm. Got it on the tractor rear hitch. It's a great mod because it basically will fit onto, you've got the options for pretty much every piece of farming equipment that you're going to have. So now then, I just hope, how does this look? Does it look all right? I mean, it's 9 in the morning in February. You know, so it's going to be a bit sort of misty and things like that. But I think it looks okay. I mean, it certainly looks okay on the screen. Like I say, I'll do a bit of effort on the and tidy up on the filter and the editing stages as well. But hopefully it's looking good. Please let me know in the comments that it's an improvement. Please, please, please. Or not. Just let me know in the comments is what I'm saying. I don't want it to be, you know, lies. I want it to be... I need to understand and know what the problems are. Yes, I need to go in this way, and then I think I can... Actually, I'm pretty sure I can turn the... turn it around. Let's have a look here. So if we lower that, and then lower that, and then... Oops, no. And then... Yep, there we are. So we can turn it around like that. And if I pick you up, come on, my friend. How to lose a hand. And then, whoops. What's going on here? Dump straw. Nice. Excellent, 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 excellent. So that's going to be doing that for us. So I'm going to... go straight into a back-to-back episode. Now, I appreciate that this one has a lot of chat in it, and I am sorry, but at the same time, it's the only, excuse me, it's the only way I can communicate effectively with you guys is through this Let's Play series. I know this won't help me in terms of subscribers and stuff, but also I hope that those of you that are still here and watching understand why I do it, and I talk to you openly about channel and what's on my mind and what I'm thinking, because I want that engagement with you. I want you guys to have as much of a say in things as I can allow, if that makes sense. Yeah, cool. So yeah, so you know, lots going on, lots of talk, not much farming. I will do a back-to-back episode now because I got a lot going on with the family over the next few days, and into sort of early next week. Like I say, it's Monday now. Want to spend a proper bit of time with them. I'm off work at the moment on you know, annual leave, and it's important that I put them first. They support me incredibly in all of this, so I'll never stop being grateful for the support my partner gives me, and allowing me to do this, because she's amazing. So back-to-back episode, I'll film another one. This one you're watching now will be out on Tuesday, so tomorrow. Got a lot of editing to do to try and make that happen. The 25th, the back-to-back episode then will land either Thursday or Friday, and then Roleplay will be out probably Saturday. So yeah, maybe Thursday for the Let's Play, Saturday for the Roleplay. We'll have a bit of consistency, and then it's just going to be a case of next week then, when I'm doing a lot of time with spend a bit of time with the family. What I may have to have a week off the channel. We'll see how much I can sort of stack before I shut it down for a week. But there we are. So listen, as always, if you are still here, please give this video like, subscribe. It means so much to me, and it massively helps the channel. So please engage with me. Let me know what's going on in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if the brightness is better, which way you want to see the farm go. I've got a couple of ideas. I'm going to do a little bit of work offline quick, but as always, until next time, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.